Hello friends, how are you? This is AB's tutorial for basic maths. You all know basic maths includes arithmetic, algebra, mensuration, trigonometry, statistics and geometry up to 10th level. So, these episodes on maths will help all the candidates appearing in any competitive entrance examinations like bank, SSC, REL, LIC, NET, income tax, etc. And also all students reading in school level or appearing in the 10th level exams from any board. So friends, this is our profit and loss part 2, and here it is. I have written must watch part 1. Why I have written must watch part 1? You all know who have already watched this part 1 episode. This is in that episode practically we have discussed the basic concept of profit and loss. Profit and loss generally we measure on cost price, but sometimes it is expressed on as a percentage of selling price also. Okay, these two types of concept we have already discussed in our part 1 episode. Okay, so today here this is profit and loss part 2, and we may think that that you have watched this part 1, and today we will do from number 6. This means in the part 1 we have already worked out 5 problems. Okay, and from here 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Today we will solve 15 problems. This means up to 15 number of problems we will discuss at the end of our part 2. So let us start. Here, if a person purchases a box at rupees 1000 and sells it at rupees 1200, find profit percent. Mind profit percent. Here we have to find out profit percent. Profit percent we have to find out. And what they have given us? They have given us the here purchases a box. Purchases a box means please. Thank you very much. Purchase a box means this is practically our cost price. So solution number 6. Solution number 6. So here the CP, the cost price is rupees 1000. Okay, and the sales at rupees 1200. This means here SP is 1200. So here we see that SP is 1200. This means SP. Here we have the seller, the person has made a profit. So profit, what's the amount of profit? Here it is amount of profit, mind it, and we have to find out. Sorry, this is the profit. Profit, amount of profit is how much? SP minus CP, isn't it? SP minus CP, we have discussed this in our part 1. Here SP is 1200 minus rupees 1000. So this gives us rupees 200. This rupees 200 is our profit, and we have to find out the profit percentage. And as they have not indicated that whether this profit is to be found out on cost price or on SP, I mean selling price. So generally profit and or loss, we know that this is basically, if no indication is there, so we will always thank you, we will always consider this as a percentage on cost price. Thank you very much. So this is rupees 200 rupees is the amount of profit. The person has made this rupees 200, and we have to find out what is the percentage of 200 with respect to our CP. This means rupees 1000. So when CP is cost price is you see cost price is 1000. Our profit our profit is, how much profit is rupees 200. We have invested, the person has invested rupees 1000 and he has made a profit of rupees 200. So what it will be in case of rupees 1, it will be 200 by 1000, isn't it? And profit percent, this means out of 100 rupees. Out of 100 rupees, in terms of 100 rupees, we have to find out. So this will be 200 into 100 by 1000. Okay. So these two cancels and this become again, this cancels this. So 20%. 20% is the percentage of profit the person has made. The person has made 20% profit. So here the answer will be 20%. 20%. Okay. 20% profit the person has made. So if a person purchases a box at rupees 1000 and sells it at rupees 1200, find the profit percentage. What we have done, we have seen that here we see that the SP is 1200 and CP is 1000. So the amount of SP, that means 1200, this is larger. Thank you very much. So profit is equal to SP minus CP. So 1200 minus 1000, this amounts rupees 200, and we have to find out what is the percentage of 200 with respect to rupees 1000, and we have discussed all these things. As I have already said in your part 1 episode, the previous episode, that we need not do all these things. CP 1000, SP 1200, profit, SP minus CP. We need not all these things. As straight away we need not write this one. We can easily omit this step. Profit is equal to SP minus CP. This is our concept. So we need not also write this step also. And here, as the amount is very small, that is 1200 and 1000, we can also subtract this, isn't it? We can do this. So 1200 minus 1000, we need not also follow this. We can write? We can straightway write here profit is equal to, we can straightway write profit amounts rupees 200. So CP profit 200, 1 and then 100 unitary method. So we can easily skip so many steps. We need not follow all these things. So because in your competitive exams, as I have already told you, that they may ask you to work out 50 sums or 60 sums, and you are allowed to use only 15 to 20 minutes. So if you go on practicing in this way, writing each and every step, and don't do anything mentally, this will kill your time and you won't be able to solve or attempt all the questions given in the exam paper. So thank you very much. But in your classwork, you need to follow all these steps. You need not skip, or you can't skip any steps. Okay, so let us start on the next problem. Here in the next problem, in number 7 problem, it is written, you see in the solution number 7 problems, you see here it is written, if a person purchases a box at rupees 1000 and wants to make 20% profit, find this selling price. This means number 6 and number 7 is thank you, this is just opposite. Thank you very much, just opposite. I have intentionally given this problem because we need to clear our concept. Because if we can't clear our concept, it is not possible to work out any sum. So this is not the number of problems, how many problems you have solved and practiced. It is the basic thing is whether you have cleared your concept or not. So this is just opposite. Here the person purchases the box same thing, rupees 1000, and wants to make 20% profit. 20% profit he wants to make. So what we can do, you just see 20% number 7. In number 7, rupees 1000 is CP. CP is rupees 1000. To make profit 20%. So what will be the SP? What will be the SP? SP will be 120%. 120% of CP. Is it clear? 20% profit. This means had the cost price be 100, 20 rupees 20 is the profit. So SP is 120. So we can straight away write SP is 120. But when 120? Now 120 is when the cost price is, we have assumed the cost price rupees 100. So we can, here the cost price they have already given the cost price. So straight away we can straight away find out the percentage. So SP here, SP is equal to 1000 into 120%. So this 0 cancels, this 0 cancels, this becomes 1200. You just see. So here SP is rupees 1200. Number 6 and 7, practically these two sums I have given to make it clear to you that how we calculate profit, or how we can find out the percentage of profit. Isn't clear? Clear? Okay, thank you very much. Now let us go to number 8. Number 8 problem. You see, in number 8 problem, what we have written? We have written, if a person purchases a book, at 20% commission, this is commission. If a person purchases a book at 20% commission and sells it 10% above the marked price, here the concept of marked price has come. Marked price. Here the concept of marked price. Marked price means if we draw a line here, you just see, if you draw a line here, and here if it is a CP, if it is cost price CP, and if this is loss, less than CP, this means loss. This is loss. This is our profit, isn't it? Now the marked price, this means MP this is our selling price. Marked price is above the selling price. What a seller practically can do, he can raise the price up to this level, and then he gives a commission. Okay, and then he allows a commission, and then we get the selling price. When we go to purchase anything, generally the shopper, what they do, they generally say that the marked price is the rupees this, and you are getting 20% commission, 20% sell, what we generally say, 20% commission and the price, so the selling price is this. And we just think that we are getting and a thing of that price, this is marked price, is a very lower price, but practically the cost, it is this selling price, this selling price is on the CP, above the CP. So the profit practically we are making. That means the seller is always making a profit. Okay, this is a business tactics. So practically selling price, if we make any loss, then this becomes our selling price. If we make a profit, this becomes our selling price. From number 1 to number 7, from number 1 problem to number 7 problem, we have discussed up to this level. Now the commission part is a new concept and the mark price is a new concept. Okay, so mark price is it clear to you? Okay, thank you. I am telling you again, mark price is what? Selling price. We have raised selling price at 13%, and after writing this, we are allowing a commission to the purchaser. Okay, we are giving a commission to the purchaser, and making, generally we make a profit, and then the selling price comes, and this generally makes a profit. Generally after giving commission we do not make any loss. So here this concept of commission comes. So let us work out this problem number 8, sorry, in number 8. Person purchases a book at 20% commission. At 20% commission he is purchasing this book. Clear? This means, and sells it 10% above the market price. Mind it, at 20% commission, that is the person who is purchasing this article, this book, he is purchasing after getting a commission. But when he is selling, he is selling above the market price. Clear? So if we think that our market price, our market price is rupees 100, this person practically purchases this article after getting 20% commission. This means from 120 less, that is he is purchasing at rupees 80, and this is his cost price, and this is his cost price. Now what he is doing, he is selling this article 10% above the market price. So market price was 100, so above the market price 10%. So what is, we will add this 10 here, isn't it? Thank you very much. So this is 110. So 110 becomes the SP of that person. 110 becomes the selling price of this person, and rupees 80 is the cost price of that person. So he is making a profit of, so profit becomes rupees 110 minus 80 is equal to 30. He is making a profit 30. Okay. We have to find out profit percent. Thank you. So profit percent, So profit percent, this is CP, and this is our profit, and this is not profit percent, this is not out of 100, this is out of 80. So out of 80 he has made CP, this is CP, out of 80 he has made profit rupees 30. Clear? Up to this level, is it clear? Again I am telling, mark price was 100. The person has got 20% commission. So he has purchased 100 minus 20, that is 80. That is, this person has paid rupees 80. And what he is doing, he is selling this article, that means this book, at 10% above the marked price. So we have added rupees 10 here, and this we have got 110. This is the selling price of this person, and he is making profit. How much? He has invested only rupees 80, and he is selling this article with rupees 100. So he has made profit rupees 30. But this rupees 30 is on 80. Thank you. On rupees 80. It is not profit percent. This is not profit. This is profit only. This is profit only. This is not profit percent, because this is on rupees 80 what he has invested. So we have to find out the percent, profit percent out of 100. So profit becomes, so what we will do, so cost price, when cost price is rupees 80, profit becomes rupees 30. When it is 1, profit, this becomes 30 by 80, and when 100, it becomes 30 into 100 by 80. Okay, so 24s are 25s are clear. This becomes 15, this becomes 2, so this is 75 by 2, 75 by 2, that is 337 and half percent. So this is the answer. So we can write here, this is 37 and half percent. Is it clear? So marked price, in case of marked price, we always consider this, that this is not the selling price. The name is marked price. This means this is above the selling price. After getting a commission or after allowing a commission, the seller is allowing and the purchaser is getting. So the SP occurs. This SP generally is always above the cost price. So when we deduct this SP and CP, SP and CP minus SP minus CP, so we get profit amount, and if they ask me to find out the profit percentage, then what we should do, we should find out this on the CP of that person who has purchased the good. Okay, thank you very much. Now let us come to number 9 problem. You just read the problem. In the meantime, I am cleaning the board. You see, in number 9 problem, the marked price, this is again a problem on marked price. The marked price of an article is rupees 1000. Marked price, this is number 9. The marked price, number 9, this is the marked price. Marked price is rupees 1000. Clear? This is rupees 1000. If after allowing 25% commission, the seller earns 50% profit. Mind it, what he is doing, he is allowing 25% commission. He is allowing 25% commission. In spite of that, he is making a profit 50%. I am not telling that the businessmen are all businesses are doing this thing, but this is a strategy, you know, this is a policy, business policy. He is allowing 25% commission he is allowing, and after this he earns rupees 50%. What would be his profit percent? Mind it, here is also profit percent if no commission is allowed. If no commission is allowed, he has allowed 25% commission. But had it been so, he has not allowed this 25% commission, then to what extent his profit will be, profit percentage will be. So here the mark price is rupees 1000. Now let us come to the number 9. Number 9, this problem is the mark price of an article is rupees 1000. Okay, rupees 1000 is a mark price. So in solution what I will write? We will write mark price. Mark price is rupees 1000. This is mark price. Okay, mark price is rupees 1000, and if after allowing 25% commission, 25% commission he is allowing, this means please tell me, out of every 100 rupees he is allowing rupees 25 as a commission. So SP will be how much? SP will be, selling price will be, please anyone? Yeah, thank you very much. 25% less, this means 75% of this mark price. So this 00 cancels, so this becomes rupees 750. This becomes the selling price. Okay, now the seller earns 50% profit. 50% profit. This means if CP, cost price sorry, plus 50% of cost price is equal to selling price. Is it clear? Seller earns 50% profit. Please mind this line. Seller earns 50% profit. This means cost price plus 50% of cost price. So we can rewrite this as CP plus CP into 50% means 50 by 100. So these two cancels and this gives us 1 by 2. This is CP plus CP cost price by 2. This is equal to, the LCM is 2. This becomes 2 CP cost price plus cost price. This means 3 cost price by 2. So this 3 CP by 2 is again the place selling price. Thank you very much. So from the first point we see that from rupees 1000 he is allowing 25% commission. So the selling price becomes rupees 750, and after selling this article at rupees 750, the seller is earning 50% profit. So what is meant by this 50% profit? No, CP plus CP by into 50 by 100, 50% of CP. So this becomes our 3 CP by 2. So from here we can write that, from the problem we can write that 3 CP, this is 3 CP by 2 becomes equal to rupees 750, and this gives us, if we write over here, CP is how much, cost price is how much, 750, and into 2 by 3. So these 3 cancel 750. This becomes 250. This becomes rupees 500, which is 500. CP becomes 500. Okay, so this means we have done the sum up to this level. Seller earns 50% profit after doing these things, after allowing 25% commission. Okay. Now question is, what would be his profit percent if no commission is allowed? If no commission is allowed, then SP will be no commission is allowed, rupees 1000. So SP becomes rupees 1000. In second case, SP becomes rupees 1000 and not 750, because the seller is not allowing any commission. So now from cost price is rupees 500, SP is rupees 1000. So cost price is rupees 500 and CP is rupees 500. So profit is equal to 500. Profit is 500. Okay, so now again unitary method. From 500 he is earning 500. Now we can write from 500, when CP is 500, profit becomes 500. Profit also have 500. If it is 1, this becomes 500 by 500. 500 by 500. And as they have asked me profit percent, so we will write out of 100 what is earning he. His profit earning is 500 into 100 by 500. So 500 cancels and this gives us the 100. This means 100% profit. So the marked price of an article is 1000 if after allowing 25% commission the seller earns 50% profit. What would be his profit percent? If no commission is allowed, the answer will be 100%. Okay, the answer is 100%. Now let us come to the number 10 sum, and this is the last sum today's class. Here you see this is a very simple sum. If a seller at first increases the price of an article 25%, this means cost price, let cost price be 100. Okay, increases the price of an article 25%, this means, and then gives a commission. So 25% increase, this will give us please, anyone gives us the marked price. Thank you very much. So this is 125 is the marked price. Okay, and after this he allows a commission of 10%. If 10% is a commission, then what is the sale price? Please, 90%. Thank you very much. 10% gone, this means 90%. So selling price SP will be 90% of marked price. This means 90 by 100 into 125. Okay, so this gives us 425 5 jar, and this is 45, this is 2. This means 5 5 so 25, 225. 225 by 2. This is the selling price. Now here he says that his SP becomes rupees 450, and we have worked out this sum assuming the cost price 100. Then again the unitary method, if 100 the SP becomes 450, find the CP, we have to find out the cost price. This means we have to write it in this side, right hand side. So SP is 225 by 2 when CP is how much? CP is 100 rupees. 100. When it is 1, CP will be 100 into 2 by 225, and when it is rupees 450, when it is rupees 450, this will be 100 into 2 by 225 into 450. Is it clear? So here after crossing this, we are getting here 4, here it is 9. Is 4 and 9. 9, 5. The 45. This becomes 50. So the cost price will be 4 2s are 8, 8 5s are 40, and this 0. This means rupees 400. Rupees 400 is the cost price. So find the CP. The answer will be what? The answer will be rupees 400. So friends, this is our profit and loss part 2. In our next part, we will naturally go for to more complicated problems. Okay, till then be serious and try to practice and study this episode part 1 and part 2 of profit and loss. Bye.